Hi everybody, I'm Stefan. Welcome back to another lesson in my Czerny's Opus 599 for Solo Learners course. In this video, we're going to learn number 43. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. And if you'd like to get this very special edition of Czerny's Opus 599 specifically for solo learners, links will be below too. Number 43 is really an exercise in chords and chord inversions, blocked chords. So how to play accurate chords with a relaxed wrist but a firm key attack, and practicing different fingerings for the different inversions. So let's have a look. The first section is until the repeat sign. Let's have a look at that. We're going to start with the left hand. The time signature is C common time, so 4/4, which means we're going to have 4 quarter note beats in every bar, and we're in C majors, no sharps and no flats. And the tempo mark is allegro moderato, which is fast but moderately, so not rushing through it, but having a nice quick pace. So left hand is going to start in this C major chord. What I'm going to explain now about the chords is valid for every chord in this piece. So when we play chords, especially 3-note or 4-note chords, it's really important that all the notes go down together. So you hear a very accurate sound from all 3 notes instead of an arpeggiated sound or like flat fingers where you kind of press the notes nearby. So really focusing on the accuracy, and you can do that by rounding the hands, really relaxing the wrist and supporting those fingers from the knuckles, so curved fingers, and really concentrating, not pushing but concentrating on sinking into those notes at the same time. And that's the essence of playing blocked chords. It's different to playing broken chords where you play them after each other. Blocked chords are a little bit harder because you need to really concentrate on the accuracy of the notes. So let's go. C major, 1, rest, 3, rest. Staccato, 1, 2, 3, rest, 1, rest. And now a C major inversion, E, G, C, 1, 3, 5, and then a rest. So we have a G, C, and the G, B, 4, 1, 4, 2, and that's staccato as well. And with the staccato, have a little bit of bounce in the wrist to make it more energetic and shorter. Going on to bar 6, we have a 7th chord here, which is going to be A, D, and C, which is a D major 7 chord. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then B, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to C major, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So here we have a staccato chord, then a legato, bounce, octave, and ending up on the G on the dominant. Now, apart from the chords, the only tricky thing here is the rests, because sometimes they happen on the 2nd and 4th beats, sometimes on the 1st and 4th, so you really need to be careful with your counting to see exactly when the chord is coming. The right hand has, again, chords, but it also has a few turns of 16th notes, which need a little bit of dexterity from those fingertips. So let's see the right hand. Starting in the first inversion, C major, E, G, C, 1, 2, 5, and we start with the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the second one is going to be a second inversion, G, C, E, and then 1, 2, 3. So here again, root position C, first inversion C, and then coming down 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. So we have a 2-note slur, strong, light. And then going on from number 3 on the G, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And here are those turns of 16th notes that I talked about, and they need to fit into one beat. So tiri tiri 1, 2, 3, tiri tiri 1, 2, 3, tiri tiri 1, 2, and coming down the scale in 6. So once again, here, just make sure that you play with the fingertips and really articulating those notes because they're going to go quite quick compared to the chords. These are the fastest notes in the piece. And then once we got to the chordal section, here you've got some different options for the fingering. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, or 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, whichever feels more comfortable to make it staccato. Let's put it together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, staccato. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and bounce, bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. So finishing on these forearm staccatos, the whole arm is bringing energy to these chords. And that's it. So really watching out for the counting. And some of the chords are detached, some of them are staccato. So try to make a difference between them. The staccato chords a little bit more energetic, more bouncy, shorter, and the other chords more like tenuto, a slight accent on them. Let's go on to the second section from bar 10 all the way to the end. We have a tiny bit of trilling here going on in the right hand, but let's start with the left hand again. So a new chord, we have a G7 chord, a G, B, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then C major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to G7. 1, 2, C, and G. And then we have an arpeggio. So G, B, D, G, F, D, and ending up on the C major chord again. 1, 2, 3, 4. F major chord. 1, 2, 3. Jumping down to the second inversion of C, G, C, E. 1, 2, G7 with a B. 3, 4, 1, 2, tenuto mark on the final C chord. So really just working around the dominant and the tonic, which is the C major and the G7 chord in different inversions. Let's see the right hand. We start number 4 on the A and we have these little trills going on. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So a little trill and then lift. And just a 4, 3, and then on the final one you can do a 5 to be able to reach the B. And moving up. And finishing forte in bar 15 with the inversions of the C major chord. First inversion, second inversion, root position, first inversion, and now F major in second inversion, root position, and coming down the scale 5 on the B, trilling, trilling, and C major, staccato and tenuto. Hands together. Let's be a little bit quieter here in bar 10 before returning to forte. So G7 chord, A, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And finishing on the C major chord here at the end. And that's really what number 43 is about, these very firm and heavy chords, because the chords are always marked forte and the trilling is marked piano, so just a little bit of dynamics going on there. And practicing sinking into the keys, accuracy, firmness with a relaxed wrist and forearm, so not tensing up anywhere, making sure that it feels comfortable but also sounds accurate.